Alrighty, hopefully you guys are all doing well, and hopefully you guys can see me. Loom has been weird on my MacBook, and I'm not recording on my normal PC. Decided to be at my apartment complex, but anyway, let's not ramble here. This Claude skill will show you exactly how you can quickly build high-quality listicles that look amazing, do really well, and convert at a high clip. Been working on this in the background for some time. The way it works with Claude skills, right now, there's a ton of people regurgitating a ton of information. You can find a ton of tutorials on how you can use this Claude skill to do this, that, and the third, but not many people are actually applying the skill and showing you in real time. So this is a listicle, one of a few that I've been working on over the last few days, and it was built out entirely with Claude, and I use gem pages to host this specific listicle. If you watch any of my course videos or watch me talk about this stuff, you might be wondering, well, Alex, haven't you always used Pagefly while using gem pages? Well, I have a mixed bag of community members that use Pagefly, use gem pages. They all work the same and do the exact same thing. They all have a free trial that you can get one page for free on. So it totally comes up to you. Doesn't really impact performance or anything like that. Just pick one and stick with it. This particular training will show you how to take this template that I provided you on GemPage and build a universal Claude skill that will rebuild listicles for you in the format that you can use to just upload directly inside of Shopify, just like how we did with the advertorial training. But before we get into that, because the skill is going to take 20 seconds to install, I just want to share with you guys the importance of listicles versus advertorials. Both universally do the same thing, which is to warm up the potential customer before buying. The whole way marketing works today is by disguising our marketing in a way that doesn't feel like people are being sold to, especially with the native image ads. You can run video ads to listicles and advertorials as well, but as most of you may know, we primarily start off with natives and then scale from there. The goal with a listicle and how it kind of is a little different than a advertorial, we're not necessarily selling a story per se. You can in listicles, you may come across a few different listicles where it's still storytelling, but listing different reasons, right? So an example might be, here's how I overcame my stomach issues in 4 simple steps or 5 simple steps. And then it's someone telling a story about how they overcame it, but listing it in a listicle style format. So there are those types of storytelling listicles. There's also the straightforward listicle that's like, here's why you need to get this product and why. It's written still in the blog style post as if it was created by a person that came across an experience and wanted to share with others. Here's the thing, guys. Someone's going to be watching this tutorial and watch a few other ones, and they're going to be like, Alex, which one should I test first? Please do not ask me that, because I'm going to explain to you where one is better than the other. But in reality, guess what? We're not going to be able to know the answer to that question until we just test, right? That's always going to be the rule of thumb there. We have to test. We have to test. That's the only way we can know. Otherwise, we're going to be speculating and guessing. But what I can say, if you are going to take an educated guess onto which one you're going to test first, honestly, you should be testing both advertorials and listicles one at a time. And then once you find which one works, you can test both at the same time, up to you. But if you're going to take an educated guess, the way listicles work, it's a little bit punchier and a little less story driven. So primarily, we're going to use this in lower awareness levels, right? So solution aware, product aware markets are probably going to reason within a listicle a little bit better. Generally speaking, not all the time, but more times than not, a listicle will be represented or used to convince someone as to why they need to go with this product instead of another. So because that's what we assume to be the case, we know that this user or this potential customer already knows what chlorophyll is, or already knows what the supplement is, or already knows what this hair growth serum is. But the listicle is designed to make them decide to go with yours versus the other ones in the market. So advertorials can do that too, but advertorials are primarily used in a storytelling format. That's normally, you're going to see more success with advertorials in unaware, problem-aware markets, right? Where these people have a problem, but they either don't know about it or don't know any solutions to it. So you need to buy them in on the emotional transformation more so than ever. These people, naturally speaking, at listicle level, are going to primarily work better with solution, product aware, and of course most aware, but none of us are ever going to be in most aware. So that's the kind of educated guess. But I've seen people use listicles for unaware and work. I've seen people use advertorials for product aware and work. Okay, so that's why I can't sit here and tell you, yeah, do this first, you test this, and then do that. I don't have a proven strategy because I don't want to box you in and potentially stunt your own potential growth. The only way to know is to just test and try. So you can take a look at this listicle here. Very clean, very beautiful. 90% of your traffic is going to see your listicle or advertorials on mobile. So we want to go ahead and do the mobile view here. As you can see, this is very smooth, very clean, very basic. Obviously, I'm using this for my supplement brand. And I have a nice little timer here at the end. One thing about listicles is you got to push urgency and scarcity. Because these people are probably shopping other solutions, sometimes, not always, but sometimes the only logical solution for them to make a decision now is that you might be having a deal now, right? And shoppers, if we think about this, right, these aren't just numbers that we're looking at on our ads dashboard. These are real people. So we have to think like real people. And a lot of people like deals and savings. So we want to push that and have that urgency there. So they can go here and click this button here. I should make this image a hyperlink as well. So if they click the image, it goes to the product page as well. So that is the emphasis on listicles, and really not anything that you haven't already learned about by now when it comes to direct response marketing. Also, I made it an emphasis at the bottom here to put a health disclaimer. I'm primarily using a health disclaimer because it's a supplement product, and then a marketing disclaimer. So for those of you that have maybe in the back of your mind, you're like, oof, this marketing stuff, I want to make sure I'm ethical with it. This is one of the ways we keep an ethical marketing structure by having these disclaimers at the bottom. Legally, you're technically supposed to require them, but I've beefed mine up a little bit more so. And then I have a hyperlink to my privacy policy and terms of service. So when you guys use my template here, just be mindful to change this at the bottom, which you're going to have to provide that hyperlink in there as well. Um, so I'm going to give you the skill right now. I'm going to show you how to install the skill. And all you really need to do, again, you should have Claude Code actually installed on your desktop or PC or a MacBook. And then you're just going to type this prompt in while also applying this template. So I have a template here that I have built out for you guys. It's the same one that I'm using. I like to share the same things that I'm using. So if you guys run into any issues, I can help you fix it or optimize it. And also I give you guys what I'm using because it works. Right? I wouldn't give it to you unless it worked. So what you would do here is just paste that file in. Okay. That did not go in. Give me a sec here. I don't ever use my MacBook for recordings, or I rarely use my MacBook. I'm always on my PC. So give me a sec. I should drop the file here. Nope. Okay. So what you're supposed to do is add the file in the Claude Code prompt. You can also drop it in your Claude file folder on your local PC. And then you're going to say, take this gem page file and build a universal Claude skill that takes this listicle template and rebuilds it based on my product and winning ad copy. The skill should require my product page and winning ad copy. So we're naturally going to build listicles after we have a winning piece of copy. And I want to clarify what winning means. So we normally like to launch avatars and listicles once we have a profitable ad that is performing well for us. But there's also the alternative of launching avatars and listicles a little sooner, even before we have technically a profitable ad, if we believe our soft ad metrics like our CPM, CTR, all CTR link click-through rate of those ad metrics are doing well, and you're split testing your offer, you built a really good product page, and you're still not profitable, we can assume that the issue is that there's not enough trust with your audience. So there is the world of adding in an avatorial or listicle sooner than you have a winning profitable copy, assuming your ads are good. If your ad metrics are not good, you're not going to add an avatorial or listicle and then it's going to get better, right? Because that is after the fact, right? So you always want to focus on making sure your ad is good. And before you jump to launch an avatorial or listicle right away, make sure you're split testing your offer, make sure you're improving your product page. Because again, you can add an avatorial in, people might trust you more, but if they get to your product page and it still sucks, they're not going to buy. So fix your ads, make sure your ads are good, make sure your product page is solid, like it's converting at a solid enough rate. You're split test a couple different offers, you made your product cards better, you added some trust factors. And if you have good ad metrics, you've done all those changes to your product page and you've given it enough time to see if it's going to improve and it still doesn't, then of course add an avatorial listicle in. Because of that though, we obviously need to give it a piece of copy to create the listicle or avatorial, right? We obviously need congruency. So whatever copy someone's reading, when they click learn more, to get to your listicle, there needs to be congruency. If you're talking about dogs in your ad, but then I go to your listicle and talking about cats, right? This analogy is for different avatars. Then it's going to be confusing. There's going to be drop off. So we need to provide Claude when it asks us for the skill, the product page, and the winning copy. And from there, the skill should gather all the information it needs to build the listicle using gem page. You can do the same thing with Pagefly. You can do the same thing with anything. Obviously, my template specifically is for gem pages. So you might have to just manually build on another platform, export the file, and then upload it to Claude and use the same prompt and just switch out. So if you're doing this on Pagefly, you can build it one time on Pagefly manually yourself, export the file, and then throw it in Claude using the same skill. So it aligns with the winning copy and has maximum congruency, right? So that's a big thing, right? People add in avatars and listicles, but then it doesn't align with their copy. And then they think, oh, as long as there's an avatorial there, a listicle, my ad should perform better. No, it has to have congruency. Make sure the copy you recreate with the winning listicle is spoken, or sorry, with the listicle is spoken the same avatar, awareness level, and pain point and mass desire of the copy I provided you. At the end, provide Nana Banana. Oh, so I forgot to mention. Also, ask me for my privacy policy and terms of service so you can swap that out on the template. So like I mentioned, on mine here at the bottom, it's linked to my privacy policy that I have here in Shopify. And to get the link here, guys, all you got to do is just go here, go to settings, and then you can go to policies here at the bottom and just set up your policies. You should have your policies set up and everything. So I have my terms of service, I have privacy policy. And then once you have those policies there, you can just grab the link from them. To grab the link here, let me go to content, menus, and you can grab the link by, you can do footer menu here, and it'll be at the bottom of your page, and then you can copy the link here, right? So I just added this in my footer menu, and then if I go to my website here, to grab the link, you just scroll down here, click on that, and now you have the link there. So just copy that link in. And obviously, you can, if you're just testing one store, you could just actually skip that step altogether and just say, here is my privacy policy link and my terms of service link, and use that. But if you are going to be testing different stores and whatnot, you may not have the same privacy policy link, which should just be your root domain / terms of service. If that's the case, then you want it to do this. At the end, provide banana scripts for each image that needs to go for each section for the listicle. So these images here as well, I asked Claude to give me a script that gives me a prompt that generates the image that corresponds to each section of the listicle. So I don't even have to really think too much about it. And I can just throw it into Nana Banana, generate the image, and then add it in there. Now, that's another important note. The way to add in, and this is going to be a little confusing, so pay attention here, right? So the way these images are added in, if I were to pull this up on Gem Pages right now, I'm using custom code for everything. That's why this template that I'm giving you guys, it's custom coded. So if I go to Gem Page, you can see here there's nothing here in the template. You know why? Because like I mentioned, it's all custom code. So all of the code is HTML liquid. I like coding my stores now and everything because it makes it easier for the page to load. It's cleaner, it's more effective, and I can do custom things that I like. I also have a CSS script or CSS and scripting for the countdown timer and everything to add urgency. So the way it works here, it's gonna be a little confusing, so please pay attention, right? The way it works here is what I did to embed the images, if we look at the landing page, these are embedded in. I'm not using like a template of image and upload. I'm embedding in the images. The way to do that is simple. Just go here and type in files, and then you're just going to upload the files here. So you're going to upload your files here. And each file, if you go here on the right-hand side, has a hyperlink. So what you want to do is generate the images in Nana Banana. Okay, generate the images in Nana Banana Pro, download them all, upload them here in the files, and then when you use this skill, just simply say, I'm gonna show you guys an example of this, by the way, don't worry. But just simply say, here is the link to my image. This is image 1, this is image 2, this is image 3, this is image 4. Add this in the custom code so it's embedded into the landing page. All right. If that's confusing as hell, I can totally understand why that might seem confusing. But let's just build the skill here. And I got to add the file. I got to find a way to add this file in. Give me 1 sec. All right. So I added the file in there. We're going to hit enter here. So now it's going to build and let it do its thing here, and it's going to build the skill. And again, the reason why we're doing this, it makes the page load a lot easier when it's custom embed using custom code. And we're going to do always allow in this session. And it's just going to make your page look cleaner. It's going to load it faster, and it's just going to make everything so elegant. So we're just going to hit always allow on this stuff. This stuff is easy. Just let Claude do its thing. I have accept edits. I really should put this on auto mode, enable auto mode, so it just stops asking me the questions and just does what it needs to do. And now the whole premise of this, guys, is to now be able to build listicles really quickly. So anytime you're testing some copy, it looks really strong, and you want to test the listicle, same thing with the avatar, you can now build these out quickly, and then you get the raw template that you can just upload into Gem Pages or Pagefly. And the faster and easier it is to launch listicles and avatorials, the faster and easier it is to scale, right? Like that's the whole premise of these skills here. So it's going to build this skill, and then now moving forward, test as much native copy you can. Be aggressive with testing, especially if you feel like you have a good product and a good winner and your CPMs are pretty solid. And now it's just about like who can launch as many landing pages that can convert. And obviously, I tweak the landing page every now and again. Like the headline here, I wasn't a big fan of 9 reasons why why Helloven works when every deodorant has failed. This was a lot longer. This was like 3 to 4 lines, and I didn't really like it that much. So I changed that to make it shorter and punchier. And then, yeah, I think this looks so freaking clean. I'm going to be scheduling a lot of these advertorials and landing pages to go out the next week. I am in the supplement space, though, so my CPMs are just disgustingly high, like $200-$300 CPMs. Part of that is because it's a newer ad account, and I have to build trust with Facebook when I'm selling supplements. But that is kind of the name of the game there. And then if you ever need to edit anything in the custom code, you just go here in the template, and everything you need to edit here is here. Now, what I do is I just ask Claude to, hey, Claude, here's my custom code. I need to improve this, that, or the third. And then Claude will edit it for me, and I just copy and paste it. So there's not really much there, but you won't see anything here. So what we're not doing, guys, is we're not where's the element here? Image. See, we're not adding images into the block like this and then uploading images. We're doing everything through custom code. So because of that, we have to upload the image to our Shopify files, copy the link, and then just tell Claude what image this belongs in. So if this is image one, hey Claude, here's the link to image one, and then go on and just do it all in one chat. Here's image two, image three, image four, image five, image six. Please update the custom code to embed these images in the adjacent order. And then remember, Claude's going to give you the scripts for Nano Banana Pro. So you just keep note of the one, which is image one, which is image two. Hopefully you guys are following along. I'm going to try to do it here so no one's confused or lost, but I'll come back once this is all done. But now I have a complete picture of the gem page template. Let me build the universal listicle skill. So it's building it now. And then, yeah, I'll come back when this is said and done here. All right, I think the skill is done now. So basically, here's how it works. It says slash listicle runs, ask Alex for product page URL, boom, boom, boom. Reuses the original CSS and countdown JS verbiage. Packages into ready to import gem page fly. Outputs 11 Nano Banana prompts, 1 byline avatar, which is just the profile picture of the narrator, 9 section illustrations, and then a product CTA. Okay, sweet. So let's give it a run. Slash listicle. Hit enter. And then it should do its thing. Go to sec here. I need a few things before I can build it. So what we'll do is I'll give it some copy here. And then I'll give it my product page name, which is just hello Vin. Copy this. Boom. So I'll ask you for the product page, when to copy, privacy policy and URL. I'm not going to add that in, but you guys should add that in. And then it gives you some optional stuff. If you want to make it an author's specific name, number of reasons, you can do, it defaults to 9, but if you want to change the range, it's up to you. CTA color accent, I have it as my kind of color green, but you can change it as well. So we'll just do this. We'll upload this in. And then we'll come back in a moment, and then it should build the entire file there for us there. And then I'm going to show you guys how you can install the images as well. It takes like 2 seconds. It's really easy. Alrighty, so we're pretty much done here. It built out everything for me, gave me tribal language, gave me the information on the mechanism, all that fun stuff. And now it's building out like the prompts and stuff for the images and whatnot. Right, so it's telling you, this is what you can use. This is the information, things that need your attention before publishing. So it's giving me like some stuff. I didn't add the privacy or terms of service. Guarantee mismatch. So it's saying product page says 30 page. The original template's at 60 days. So it's giving you a little note of some things that can have some issues. Remember how much I emphasize the importance of congruency. And then all this is added into your folder. So your folders should be connected to your Claude project. To start and do anything with Claude, you need to operate in folders. So if you ever lost or confused, like I get sometimes with all the folders and files, you can just simply ask, where's my new gem page template located? It is in this folder. I had a couple that I was using, but I have it here. So as you can see here, it is grayed out, which is kind of weird. But anyway, this is the file. So what I would do is come here under gem pages. So I'll leave this one here. Always remember to save your stuff if you make any important changes or edits, obviously. We're just going to come here, go under pages, import page, and guess what we're going to do with this? We're just going to bring this here. And man, I like using my PC so much better than my MacBook. Simply because I just don't use this enough. Okay. Just going to add the page here. Give me a sec to find where this is. I should be able to just pull it in right here, right? Okay. Give me a sec here. Oh, is it not going to let me do that? Okay. Give me a sec. Let me add the page in, guys. Let me figure out how to do this. Okay. Took forever to figure that out, but okay, cool. So you add it in here, hit import, and then boom, it'll load, and you can preview the page too. So let's see what we got here. To preview it, again, you're not going to see it in the editor simply because of the custom code. So as you can see here, it is built out. We'll obviously need to add the images. So this looks all good. You'd also want to check for a couple things. The buttons, obviously you're gonna have to switch out the buttons. It should switch it out for you automatically. So you can see here that this was written for husbands dealing with women, their wives that have body odor. So it changed the CTA to order hello for her. All this stuff you can change. You can just go back into Claude and say, can we update the CSV or the custom liquid file to say for the CTA, order hello for your wife. And you can screenshot that and send it to Claude or just tell Claude directly. Also double check your privacy policies here. Make sure it's linked to your stuff. It's gonna be linked to mine if you don't change it. And then there's only one button on here, which is this one here. So obviously the images need to be fixed. So what we'll do is it gives you the image prompts here. So you can just open up show in folder, and this is the Okay, so it's opening up as a .md. Can we change the image prompts to a .txt, please? Because the .md files, I think I have to install an app to open up .md, so I'm just gonna have it change it to .txt. Okay, which I think it did. Okay, cool. So now I should be able to open it fine now. Now it's a .text. Okay, so here you go, right? So the first image here, cross image locks, paste at the top of every prompt. So this is going to be like you paste at the top of each prompt. So the first image is just the profile picture of the narrator, which would be this. Okay, so that's that. The second image would be technically the first image, which would be here. Okay, I think you guys are smart enough to figure out where this is going, right? So you just copy the image, you just copy these entire prompts in, or you could use your brain power and do your own. Claude says 4x5 image. I recommend you just do 1x1. You just 1x1 is fine. It looks beautiful on 1x1 because most people can see on mobile anyway. So just copy this, go into Nano Banana, make sure Nano Banana is set to 1x1, copy this entire prompt in and generate it. Anything you want to adjust or edit, feel free. Once they're downloaded, just go into your file system here, and let's just say upload them and just make note of which image belongs at which section of your listicle, and then literally just copy this link here, go into Claude and literally say, can you update the file to make the profile picture embedded with this image? And then obviously you just do it for all of them, right? So image 1, image 2, and just paste them all in at once, and you can just do one chat to do that. I'm only going to just do the profile picture to show you how this works. And Shopify has a custom embed hyperlink that pulls up the image using a CDN file, and then you just hit enter, and then it's going to give you the updated file. You can just change the custom code or upload the entire new file. Obviously, it's way easier to just do the file, but let's see what Claude gives us here. And you can specify, like, give me the entire new file and everything, or just give me the updated code. And then what it would require you to do is just literally click here where it says custom code, go into custom code, and then update the HTML liquid here, right? And that's it. So I'll show you here. So I'm going to say, can you give me the entire new custom code with the new image embedded, so I can copy and paste it. Okay, it should give you HTML file, the updated custom code, and then you just delete the current one and paste in the new one because we'll have the exact link with the custom code, or you can find the specific line too. I'm sure most of you guys are not good at coding, so going through and finding the specific line might be a little bit of a nightmare. So just have Claude give you the entire updated code, and then you'll paste it in, and then that's it. All right, here's the custom code, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and GenPage goes in with the own field. So this is the HTML. So there's a couple different lines of code here. So this is HTML. Anything you update here should be specifically for the HTML. So let Claude output all this stuff. And then it should have the image. Then we'll check it before we publish it, and then it should be good to go. Right. So as of now, the way it looks here, it looks blank, right? We're missing something here. Right, and this is written by a man, so just make sure you make sure you read this all and it sounds congruent to your copy. So yeah, let's see. Is this all? Damn, man, it's all HTML. It's a lot of code, man. That's why we use Claude. There's no way. I can't believe people used to write code line by line back in the day, man. Tough, dude. All right, we're almost at the end of the code here. Try it for 30 days. Boom, boom, boom. So the CSS file is just like the font, the color scheme, and all that stuff. So what we'll do is we'll add this HTML first. This is going to be the copy and the text and the words. So we'll just copy that at the top there. We'll go here, go to custom code. We'll hit Command A or Control A to delete everything, and then Command B or Command V or Control V to paste it all in. So now the text, word, and everything is updated. Boom. But now we also need to update the color, the scheme, I guess, and the design. So this is the CSS file, which is designed to help update design. So we'll do this. Actually, I don't even think we need to do all this, but we're just going to do it to be safe. This is the CSS file, so we'll delete all this and hit save. And then the JavaScript is just to do the dynamic countdown timer. So we'll come all the way here, JavaScript, copy that, and then Control A to select everything, and then delete, and then Control V to paste it in. Hit save. And now if we preview, a sec here, boom, would you look at that? Image loads up. My internet's moving slow. I'm using my apartment public Clubhouse internet, but as you can see here, now it's embedded in just like that. So you would obviously do it for the rest of these images here, and then you're good to go. So hopefully you guys understand and make sure that's all good. Make sure your button is hyperlinked to your product page. So preview it, make sure it's good, and make sure your terms and services are updated. If you're not in the health industry and you're not selling something that's a health related thing, you can remove this health disclaimer, and then you can just leave the marketing and advertising disclaimer. Right. So you can literally just say, hey, Claude, remove the health disclaimer. I'm not selling a health related product. And then just keep the marketing and advertising disclaimer. So hopefully you guys understand. It should be really easy. You should be able to pump out listicles and advertorials now and go make a ton of money. Any other questions or concerns, you please let me know. Wishing you all the best of luck, and looking forward to connecting with you all later this week.